Hey there YouTube, this is Anthony on Pendulum channel, giving you guys my New Year's gift to you, my Magician Pendulum pre-Bosh. Obviously when Bosh comes out, and I'm actually planning to buy a box of it, at least a box, maybe more, depending on how my pulls and sales are. But of course we're waiting for another Pendulum to come out, and of course the deck would be uber broke on top of with freaking Plush Fire and Magic Spectre Kieran and all other kind of plays. But this is a budget, or mostly budget, I should say, build. It's one of those things that I didn't want to do what everyone else is doing, but I want to give you something that can still stand up to most other builds, at least in a competitive in a competitive sense, I should say. But to get started, our ones are King of the Swamp. Basically, I search for Poly. Ade's Fusion is actually a much better choice, but Poly is gonna be your only way to fusion summon, and of course, King of the Swamp would be able to search it out and also use as a substitute. Wonderful Magician, because she is really dumb. You can get away with one. I personally like to play two, but yet again, room-wise, one is perfectly fine. And of course, one Dragon Pulse Magician. Yet again, I would rather play it two, but you can get away with one. The scales are not really a big thing. You can actually get away with not running Dragon Pulse in general. But if Dragon Pulse was like a higher rarity card that was actually kind of rare and hard to get, no one would really be playing it for budget builds. So, and one Dark Magician. Get some states out of the way. Triple Wisdom Eye. Pretty self-explanatory. Basically, searches for scaling that you need. Joker searches out any card in the deck that you need when it comes to your pendulums. Oath Dragon, recycle. Dragon Pit, he is your skill of AT. Basically, you need him just to do the pendulum summoning in general. Well, you can also get away with dealing with Joker, but also allows you to pop spells and trap, including your opponent's pendulums, which is a huge thing for me. And of course, to top it all off, 3 Ade's. And actually, if you notice that I'm only running 19 monsters in this build, I don't really feel like you should worry about putting in every pendulum card that you can think of. Just figure out what your core should be and just surround it with that. For the spells, 1 Terraforming, pretty much to stretch out the 2 Skyers. It's one of those things that, 2 is perfectly fine, 3 is too cloggy, and of course, I'd rather have a search than an extra one, just where I can do an extra deck then. Double Poly, self-explanatory, fusion summoning. Double Summoner's Arc, Summoner's Art, sorry. Summoner's Art basically allows you to basically grab your Dragon Pit or your Dragon Pulse, but yet again, I also use it for to search out Dark Magician, because he's pretty much the only monster I cannot search for in general, and basically on top of that, it's another 7 target for overlay of 7s. 2-way Reunites. I know if you're honestly going to play up against another Pendulum deck, run 3. Core's Common is really easy to get. Let's see, Cross Souls Special Edition, or Advanced Edition, I guess they're called now. Super is really easy to pick up usually, or you can just go and just buy 3 of the Advanced Edition and gamble. Let's see, for my 9-card draw engine, this is where money is actually going to be a thing. Triple Upstart Goblin, triple Supply Squad, triple Chicken Game. It's basically one of those things. Upstart, 37 card theory, Supply Squad, you're running Pendulum, so you're going to be constantly bringing stuff back, your opponent's going to be constantly hitting them, and Chicken Game, I believe, should also be in the same category as Upstart, just in a reverse idea. And then the most broke search in the deck right now is Pendulum Call. Basically, discard a card, search for 2 of your Pendulums. So you would have your skills in every time, no matter what. For the extra deck, 2 Ruin Eyes. Obviously, I would switch out Ruin Eyes for a Vortex Dragon if you're able, if you just so happen to have one, or you're like a buddy, or maybe some scrub has one. Take this out, put a Vortex Dragon just to have a Magic Spectre Kieran on your side of the field for once. 1 Black Rose, just because you can make it. 2 Meteor Burst. You can actually get away with just playing 1 and using the extra space for something else. Yet again, player's choice. Magic Spectre Kieran, I know I've been talking about it a lot, but to me this is such a problematic card. To me, it's constantly just bouncing your plays and everything. You could go into Z summon, you can attack a bunch of damage, but your opponent just bounces whatever problem is out of the way, and then just swings. But Leo, high beat stick, opponent can't touch it until main phase 2, which obviously damage. One-on-one, player's choice if you have it. I happen to have it. Dark Rebellion Exige Dragon. Yet again, it's in a 10. It allows you to you're almost always guaranteed to get over your opponent no matter what with this card. I mean, of course, background of other damage step effects such as Honest would be a thing. One, Deltros. Deltros is actually pretty common lately. I don't think anybody will have a really hard time getting it. It's really cheap now, especially since Stone Knights have pretty much died. That's my rank 4s. For my rank 7s, one Dracosac. I happen to have it. Don't try to kill yourself over just getting Dracosac. 74, same thing. And of course, 2 Odd Eyes Absolute Dragon. I'm just saying, if you're gonna do an Odd Eyes build, you have to run this card because this is your loop, this is your everything. The only thing is, it's like, if your opponent just happens to balance it, banish it, negate the summon, you're kind of screwed. But if your opponent attacks, you can just negate and special summon a Odd Eyes. You could even, and actually you can do it for other player, even for your own monster. So you could attack something that's just ridiculously weak. You could swing with your Noble Magician, negate that, and let's say you detach your Meteor Burst Dragon, which is usually the play that you go for an overlay. Special summon, his effect goes off for 1. So then you can special summon from any of your pendulums from scale, whatever's in scale, which is more than likely going to be Dragon Pit. Which, you just sit right there, and then it's just more and more plays. Anyways, guys, if you like what you see, please comment, like, subscribe. Please check out the Duelist Facebook page, which is down below in the description. Also, check me out on Twitter, which I know I haven't really announced that lately. I'm not usually on Twitter, but I'm going to really push for that, you guys. And, of course, down below is a link to that. And as always, thanks for watching.